everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DCU continuity.
Paramount and Warner Brothers Discovery reportedly signed an agreement today on a $110 billion deal, a merger that will make Paramount one of the largest media empires in the world. It happened after a dramatic turn of events and after Netflix walked away from its proposal to buy out Warner Brothers. Paramount could now control 2 key movie studios, multiple streaming platforms, major intellectual property brands, along with television and cable channels, and 2 of the biggest news operations on television, that's CBS and CNN. But this isn't a done deal yet, as it's now under investigation and awaiting regulatory approval. For more on all of this, we're joined now by Robin Farzad, host of Public Radio's Full Disclosure. It's always great to see you, Robin.
Thank you, Jeff.
So we will get to the concerns about the media consolidation regarding this deal, but on the specifics of the deal itself, when Netflix said that this offer was no longer attractive, what was that really about? Was it just about the price or deeper concerns about taking on Warner Brothers' debt and its market exposure?
I think Netflix got every signal from this White House and the FCC and Donald Trump being explicit and both with kind of background suasion that by far he prefers Paramount and the Ellisons taking this over. He's obviously cast aspersions on CNN, which is a small part of the economics of the broader Warner Brothers Discovery franchise, but it's a lightning rod for him. And he'd like to see CNN under new ownership, ideally friendly to the persuasions of Donald Trump.
So this wasn't about the offer price, it was about Trump putting his thumb on the scale.
Yeah, because Netflix has so much money. And by the way, this ceased to be uneconomic a while ago, like a bidding war, and it's happened in the history of LBOs and massive mergers and acquisitions. Indeed, Warner Brothers Discovery itself is like, they say there's something about Mary, there's something about Warner. For 25, 26 years, everybody has been mega merging, acquiring, stripping, flipping it off to other people. It was AOL, it was AT&T, that this Discovery disaster, and now it's being sold off to another multi-billionaire. It's been certainly an ill-starred asset to own.
Trump and the GOP, they're going to ram this thing through so fast it'll make your head spin. I think it won't even take 6 months. You want to know why? Well, you know what? I also think the reason they were willing to say September 2026 is because, do you know what happens a little bit right after September 2026? The midterm elections here in the United States. That's right, Adam Sphere. And they're going to want CNN fully operational by that time period. So it's going to just go so fast, you're not going to believe it. I think I wouldn't be surprised if like in a month they're like, approved. So it's going to go real fast. So Trump and the GOP have made it very clear that this is the side they're on, and they're going to push it through. I mean, Trump and his administration have already made it crystal clear that they don't care about laws and the way things are supposed to be done, right? Trump feels he has a magic wand, which is a Sharpie where he signs stuff. And he's going to sign this real fast. So you might have seen a number of Democrats yesterday evening saying, we're going to investigate the crap out of you. I think, as I told you just the other day, Chuck Schumer was like, save your emails. We're going to go through your emails, David. And I think David probably just chuckled to himself and was like, knock yourself out, man. I think the Democrats will not be able to be in power. This deal will be done before there's any change in the current who's in control of the government. And all they're going to have to do, the most they can hope for is to pull the companies apart once they're already merged. And I think that all the damage will already be done at that point. Maybe they could have a fine, I don't know what the Democrats can really do about this. I think they might just be stuck. Let's see. And also, again, as I've said, they investigate a lot of stuff. I ain't seen nothing ever come of it. Certainly not in the last couple of years. So I don't think they're going to do anything.
With Paramount apparently winning the bid to get Warner Brothers, which we'll talk more about in just a little bit, one of the things that I've kind of been suggesting has been that I believe that despite the fact that the reports are out there now that Paramount wants James Gunn to stay on and continue to run the DC properties, I have only predicted. I have obviously not talked to James Gunn. As I said to somebody this morning, I'm not the guy who talks to James Gunn. I'm the guy who talks to the cash register at McDonald's. But I have been predicting that I believe James Gunn will leave. I don't believe he's going to stay. As a matter of fact, last night, if you guys didn't see it, I put up a little editorial video on Paramount wanting James Gunn to stay, but why I think he's going to leave. I won't say who, I even got a call. Well, the guys know about this. I got a call this morning from one of the major trades, asking me about my source about James Gunn leaving. I said, I was pretty clear. I don't have a source. That's just what I'm predicting. That's just my guess that he's leaving. Well, apparently there are other people taking that kind of seriously, because in an analyst's call David Ellison had regarding Paramount and the merger and all that kind of stuff, David Ellison went out of his way to praise Superman, the movie Superman, James Gunn's movie Superman, as a powerhouse that is one of the key reasons Warner Brothers had such a great year. You can go and find the full transcript of it, but Variety just kind of does a quick summary of it here. It says, Ellison praised the year that Warner Brothers had in 2025, calling it a powerhouse slate, crediting such hits as Superman and Minecraft. And by the way, he didn't mention One Battle After Another or Sinners. Not because I think he was intentionally leaving them out, but because I think David Ellison, again, this is just me speculating, David Ellison has begun the James Gunn ass-kissing campaign.
James Gunn's out. I'm like, how is James Gunn out? Like, there was a report from Bloomberg that was like back in October when all this stuff was starting, when it was all beginning, that basically said that if Paramount gets it, they're going to keep DC Studios intact. And I'm going, yeah, why would James Gunn be it? I mean, I honestly think that there are people, and sadly, I'm going to have to get on you Snyder fans. So seeing the reaction to Paramount's buying Warner Brothers, I mean, of course, like I always say, it's like you're always seeing two different, it's like, you know, everybody is so right or left when it comes to their politics and whatever. So now naturally you just see two different movies being watched. And that's why I like being right in the middle. I don't subscribe to the right or the left. So I kind of just look and I'm like, wow, you see this and you see that. So people over on the left are seeing like, oh my God, Warner Brothers is now owned by, they think that the Empire and Darth Vader now owns Warner Brothers and owns like all the media and stuff like that. And they're like, oh yeah, it's going to be full of fascism and propaganda, which again, I just don't think that people know the definitions of those words anymore.
I just want to say thank you to HBO Max, to DC Studios, to DC Comics and all of the DC Comics writers and DC Comics artists who have gotten us to where we are. And probably Paramount, because they're probably going to own us soon, is my guess.
Egghead News. Hey everybody, it's Spud4994 with another special report from Egghead News. Far be it for Egghead News to ignore the blue and white elephant standing in the corner in the side of the room. Yes, I am talking about Paramount's aggressive overtaking and apparent win in absorbing Warner Brothers, its franchises, and of course, the beloved DCU Studios. James Gunn, Peter Safran are among the franchises that will now be managed by the Ellison family and Paramount Pictures. Will James Gunn stay? You can go across the internet landscape, and that is the major question on every major mind in the business. Hollywood has an earthquake coming. What will they do? How will they react? But over here at Egghead News, we wanted to bring you the facts as they were laid foot. Yes, will James Gunn stay? Will the politics of the Ellison family interfere with Mr. James Gunn's DCU future plotline? Will he find it unacceptable and unacceptable to work with people of a different ideology? I don't know. Hollywood is shook up. But of course, here at ACAT News, it is our duty, our obligation, and of course, our pleasure to bring you the most updated news as soon as we can. James Gunn leaving the DCU. Many people weren't happy with his arrival. Many people still aren't happy with his product. This is a personal opinion. Let the man cook. But if the food tastes bad, I guess we get another chef. This has been Spivey 4994 with another update and special report about James Gunn, the future of Warner Brothers, Paramount taking over, and how does the collective genre community accept this? This story is far from over. We're going to enjoy bringing you the news as soon as the news hits. So, leave your comments in the usual spaces. Wow, what a story. This video has gone on long enough. So, as we say around here, until then, see ya!